Vecna is one of the most twisted villains in Stranger Things. But what exactly makes him so dangerous, and why will Season 5 be his most evil form yet? Today I'll uncover why Vecna is so much worse than you think. The truth is, no one in Hawkins ever really understood what they were fighting. Everyone thought Vecna was just another monster from the Upside Down, another creature to kill and move on from. But the real horror is that Vecna was never a monster in the way they thought. He was a mirror, a reflection of everything broken inside the people of Hawkins. Think about it. Demogorgons attacked. The Mind Flayer invaded. But what if I told you Vecna didn't just attack their bodies? He attacked something far worse, the human mind. What happens when your mind becomes the battlefield? No claws, no fire. All he needed were your memories, your guilt, your pain. That is what makes him truly dangerous. At the beginning, Season 4, we see an example. Chrissy Cunningham. He didn't touch her body first. He attacked her memories, her fears until she broke. He isn't fighting their bodies, he's fighting their souls. And that's the part most people miss. And before we go further, understand this. He's terrifying, not just for what he did, but why he did it. His evil is logical, calculated. He believes he is fixing the world. Every kill, every haunting vision, every twisted death scene is part of a plan that makes sense to him. And that is the kind of villain you can never really destroy. We'll get into why that matters for 11 in a moment, but here is where it gets even crazier. When you peel back every layer of Henry Creel's transformation into Vecna, you realize something chilling. The Mind Flayer was never the one in control. Vecna was. From the moment he entered the Upside Down, he shaped it with his own mind. That floating black cloud in Season 2 that everyone feared. It was not the master. It was the tool. Vecna created form out of chaos and turned it into something that could destroy the human world. So, if you thought Season 4 showed us everything about him, you are wrong. Vecna is not done. He is evolving, growing stronger. Even when his body burned and his bones shattered, something survived. Something that still knows every weakness of Hawkins. And every weakness of 11. But here's the thing. Vecna's real weapon was never his power. It was understanding. He knows how people think. He knows what makes them crumble. That is why he kills the way he does. Slowly, personally. He wants them to feel it. He wants them to remember it. And as Season 5 approaches, the question is no longer can 11 stop Vecna. It is what will be left of her if she tries. Vecna was not born with this darkness. Henry Creel, the boy he once was, saw the world as weak and messy. People were parasites in his eyes, destroyers who wasted everything around them. That perception festered. It grew. And the moment he met Dr. Brenner, that darkness found purpose. Brenner did not fix him. He sharpened him. He molded him into the first child, the ultimate weapon, the one Hawkins would never be ready for. When Vecna strikes, he does not just attack. He studies, he observes, he examines every scar and every secret. Chrissy Cunningham's death proves it. To the world, she was perfect. To Vecna, a mind to destroy. He waits for the perfect moment. He waits until his victims are isolated, alone, and vulnerable. Unlike the Mind Flayer or the Demogorgons, he does not chase because he does not need to. He only has to be present inside their thoughts. That is what makes him different and worse, and the way he sees himself makes him more dangerous. Vecna does not view himself as a villain. He is a fixer. He is the solution to the chaos that humans create every day. Every broken mind, every destroyed life is a piece of his vision for a new order. To him, pain is not just a tool, it is the truth. Guilt is the path. And if you follow his logic, he is not cruel. He is righteous. That is the kind of evil that makes monsters like the Demogorgon seem tame in comparison. Even his obsession with spiders tells a story. Henry Creel admired how spiders controlled their webs and captured helpless prey. When he became Vecna, he brought that vision into reality. Hawkins and the Upside Down are his web. Every person caught inside it is trapped. The town itself is no longer just a place. It is a weapon. Every crack in the street, every dark corridor, every eerie shadow is part of his design. Vecna is not angry. He does not panic. He calculates. Every step he takes, every kill, every haunting image is intentional. When he approached Max, it was not for the thrill. He used her guilt over Billy's death to weaken her from the inside before striking. That is what makes him evil. Not power, not strength. Understanding, awareness, control. Think you'd survive it? I know I wouldn't. 11 is at the center of his control. She stopped him once, but that confrontation didn't end him. It changed him. Made him sharper, smarter, more focused. Every moment in that mind battle taught him something new. And now nothing can surprise him. Vecna has been connected to Hawkins since Season 1. Everything that happened with Will Byers, the creepy things in the Upside Down, even the Mind Flayer attacks were part of what he planned. He does not just react to events, he creates them. Every monster, every scary vision, every nightmare has his fingerprints on it. Will's connection to Vecna proves this. The weird feelings he had, the visions, the tingle at the back of his neck. It is not leftover energy. It is Vecna staying close, waiting for the right time. Will is perfect for him because he feels deeply. He can sense emotions and use them. Vecna does not need to rush. He can wait years to strike when the moment is perfect. Every person Vecna attacks has something he can use against them. Chrissy, Fred, Patrick, Max, each had guilt or pain he could twist. He does not pick people randomly. He watches them, finds what hurts the most, and then uses it to hurt them from the inside. Killing is not enough for him. The suffering is the point. The fear, the shame, the feeling of being trapped. That is what makes him strong. The scary part is he does not even think he is doing wrong. He believes he is fixing the world. People who act good but are selfish in his eyes need to be shattered. This belief is why he is so careful with his plans. Every action has meaning and leads him closer to his goal of controlling Hawkins and the Upside Down. The 4 gates in Hawkins were not accidents. They were part of his plan to connect the Upside Down to our world. His power is spreading through the cracks. He is not just causing chaos. He is building a new world his way. Every creature, every strange event, every frightened person is part of it. What makes him worse than the monsters we've seen is how he uses pain. The Demogorgon attacks because it hunts. The Mind Flayer attacks because that is what it does. Vecna attacks because he wants to hurt people in the worst way possible. Every death, every breakdown, every scream strengthens him. 11 is different from the people he targets because she cares. Her emotions and her empathy are dangerous to him. He does not need to overpower her physically. He wants to make her doubt herself. He wants her to believe that caring is weakness and that pain is the only truth. That is what makes him so dangerous. The Mind Flayer and the Demogorgon attack out of instinct. Vecna attacks with purpose. But Vecna, every move he makes is meant to break someone's mind before their body. Max was strong, brave, and had survived a lot. Vecna did not just want her dead, he wanted her broken inside. He used her guilt about Billy's death and her fear of being alone, turning it into a trap. He made her relive her pain over and over until she could not fight anymore. Every person he touches becomes part of his plan. Even when he is not visible, he is still there, influencing everything. Hawkins has been his playground for years, and he knows every corner, every fear, every secret. 11 faces someone who knows her past, her pain, and her fears. Her powers alone are not enough. Vecna wants to shake her confidence and make her question herself. Every scene with Vecna is a test. He wants people to fail themselves before he even touches them. He plans every step, every fear, every nightmare. He proves that no one can escape his control, not even the strongest. Vecna's power is not in the monsters he sends or the shadows he creates. His power is in his mind. He watches people, learns what scares them, what haunts them, what they cannot let go of. He does not attack randomly. He picks his targets carefully, waiting until they are vulnerable. Every moment of guilt, every secret, every regret becomes a tool for him. That is what makes him different from the Mind Flayer or the Demogorgon. They attack because they are monsters. Vecna attacks because he wants to control, to break, to reshape. Take Fred Benson, for example. He could not escape the accident, the guilt, the fear of losing control. Vecna used that. He twisted Fred's memories, his panic, his shame, until he could no longer stand himself. Then he finished the job. It is cruel, and it is personal. There is no randomness in Vecna's actions. Each move is part of a plan that has been years in the making. Max's story is another example. Vecna did not just want her gone. He wanted to make her relive the loss of Billy and every doubt she had about herself. He planted nightmares in her mind until she could not tell what was real. That is his style. He does not just strike, he destroys from the inside. He is patient. He waits until the fear has taken root, until the person is vulnerable. Then he acts. Even those who survive feel his influence. Will Byers carries a piece of Vecna inside him. Every tingle, every shadow, every feeling of unease was never random. Vecna watches through him, feels through him. This connection means he does not need to appear to hurt people. He can manipulate, influence, and plan without stepping into the light. That is why he is more dangerous than anything else Hawkins has faced. 11 faces an enemy who knows her completely. Vecna does not just fight her with power, he fights her mind, her confidence, and her fear. He studies her, waiting for the smallest crack to appear. He wants her to question herself, to feel guilt, fear, and despair. He wants her to understand what he believes is the truth, that the world is broken, that pain is the only reality. No one else in Hawkins has faced something like this. The monsters attack bodies, Vecna attacks the mind. He shapes every nightmare, every fear, every regret into a weapon. Every scream he causes is proof that he is in control. He wants people to feel the weight of their own weakness. That is why he is worse than the Mind Flayer, worse than any creature in the Upside Down. He is everywhere. Every crack in Hawkins, every red flash in the sky, every tremor in the ground is part of him. He is no longer just a man or even just a monster. He has become a force, a presence that waits, that watches, that feeds on the city's fear. Hawkins is his playground, and every person is part of his web. And Vecna does not stop. He learns from every mistake, grows stronger from every setback. When 11 pushed him through the window, he did not die. He adapted. The Upside Down changed with him. It became darker, more alive, more aware. Every failure makes him sharper, more patient, more dangerous. One thing nobody really talks about is how Vecna uses the people around his victims to do his work. He doesn't just attack you directly. He manipulates your friends, your family, your town to amplify the fear. Every scream, every panic, every argument, every moment of doubt in Hawkins is like another thread in his web. He turns normal life into part of his weapon. You think you are safe at home, but to Vecna, every hallway, every whisper, every shadow can be used against you. That's the kind of reach no Demogorgon or Mind Flayer ever had. And it gets worse. Vecna doesn't just stop at controlling minds. He experiments on them. Every person he targets becomes part of his testing ground. He learns what triggers them. By the time he acts, he knows exactly how to trap you inside your own thoughts. That level of calculation makes him more patient and cruel than anything else Hawkins has seen. Even his environment is a weapon. But there's a detail in Season 4 that nobody talks about. Vecna doesn't just use his victims' minds, he twists the space around them. The rooms he haunts, the forests he creeps through, even the stormy skies over Hawkins, all reflect the fear he wants you to feel. You don't just face Vecna, you are trapped in his world, a world shaped by his obsession with order and control. And there is something almost poetic about how he evolves through every encounter, every failed victim, every plan that partially unravels. It all teaches him. He doesn't panic, he doesn't lash out, he adapts, he refines. By the time he strikes again, it's not the same Vecna you faced before. He's smarter, faster in thought, colder in execution. That's why Season 5 isn't just another fight. It's going to be him testing Hawkins' resilience in ways we haven't even imagined yet. Then there is the question of influence. You might think he acts alone, but every death, every hallucination, every panic in town strengthens him indirectly. People feeding off each other's fear, turning on each other, doubting each other, it all strengthens his position. Hawkins itself becomes part of his strategy. He doesn't just want to attack, he wants the town to self-destruct, to betray itself, while he sits back and watches it unfold. Finally, consider his patience and vision. Vecna doesn't chase goals for immediate satisfaction. He is building something, a picture, a reality of his design. Every person, every street, every fear is carefully placed into his plan. And when the time comes, it won't just be a fight or a confrontation, it will be a complete test of survival and sanity, and Vecna has already been playing the game for decades. That is why he is not just dangerous, he is terrifying. Here's the part nobody talks about. Vecna doesn't just pick people to kill, he stalks their potential, the moments when they might change, grow, or feel safe. He waits for that spark, then crushes it. Chrissy wasn't just a girl with insecurities, she was a life that could have gone somewhere. Max wasn't just grieving, she was about to survive, to move on. And that's exactly why he chose them. He doesn't just destroy bodies, he destroys futures. And think about this. Every scream he causes isn't just for effect, it's a lesson. Each victim becomes a case study in pain. He learns, he adapts, he upgrades. By the time he moves on, nothing you used to be is left. Hawkins isn't a town to him. It's a laboratory. Every person is a sample. Every street is a cage. Here's the scary part no one mentions. Vecna can make people betray themselves. He can make you doubt your memory, your senses, even your morals. You'll lie to yourself and swear it's the truth. And when he's done, it isn't just your mind that's broken. It's the way you exist in the world. That's why his attacks leave survivors hollow. You might be alive, but you're already his. And 11. She's more than a target, she's a blueprint. Vecna studies her not just to kill, but to rewrite the rules of power. He's learning what it takes to break someone who can move mountains with her mind. He's figuring out how to make her question everything she believes in, everything she's fought for, everything she loves. He's patient because he knows fear grows slow, and despair is more dangerous when nurtured. Vecna isn't just a monster in the Upside Down. He's the shadow inside every human. The quiet voice that whispers your worst thoughts, the reminder that maybe your pain isn't yours to heal. And unlike other villains, he doesn't fail. He doesn't rage. He learns. And the next time he strikes, Hawkins won't just be in danger. The people of Hawkins won't even remember how to fight back. Here's something most people overlook. Vecna's connection to the Upside Down isn't just a power source, it's an extension of himself. Every crack, every red flash, every unnatural tremor in Hawkins is a signal. He's growing, spreading, embedding himself into everything. The Upside Down isn't just a dimension he uses, it's becoming part of his body, his mind, his control. When the season starts, it won't just be Hawkins under threat, it will be Vecna in every street, every home, every thought. And here's the terrifying logic. He doesn't just feed on pain, he cultivates it, he engineers it. Every argument between friends, every fear in the heart of a child, every whispered doubt is like a drop of fuel. Hawkins feeds him without realizing it. He doesn't need to strike physically to win. He only needs to let people live their lives while he uses their emotions against them. Think about Will. Every tingle, every vision, every odd feeling he's had since season 1 wasn't random. Vecna left a piece of himself inside him to monitor the world. Will is a doorway, a live connection. He doesn't need to fully possess him. He only needs the ability to sense, to manipulate, to watch. Every step Will takes, every move he makes, is a thread in Vecna's web. And 11. Her power is unmatched, but her heart is predictable. She feels deeply, she cares, she doubts. Vecna knows this. He doesn't need to hit her with raw force. He needs to bend her mind, twist her empathy, make her question herself. Every moment she hesitates, every flash of guilt, every second she fears she is the cause of suffering, strengthens him. He isn't just attacking her body or powers, he is attacking her belief in herself. Even the town of Hawkins is a weapon in his hands. He doesn't just cause fear, he manipulates the way people respond to fear. Panic spreads, friends turn against each other, families fracture. The town consumes itself while he watches, patient and calm. He doesn't have to intervene directly. He only needs to make people see what they already fear, that no one can be trusted, that no one is safe, that the world is a reflection of pain and guilt, and he is the one who controls it. And the worst part? Every failure, every time he's pushed back only makes him stronger. When 11 pushed him through that window, he didn't die. He evolved. He learned. The Upside Down grew darker and more alive because of him. Every setback is a lesson. Every surviving victim is a new tool. Every crack in the world is another opportunity. Vecna isn't just waiting. He is building, watching, learning. He isn't coming for revenge. He is coming to finish the world as he sees it. And when he moves again, it won't be obvious. It will be subtle, perfect, and unstoppable. Vecna is not just a monster. He is a force, a presence that has been shaping Hawkins since the beginning. Every fear, every guilt, every broken thought has been his playground. He does not strike randomly. He watches, waits, and attacks when the moment is perfect. He doesn't just kill. He twists. He controls. He is the kind of villain who does not need to show himself to dominate. His influence spreads through minds, through memories, through the people who think they are safe. 11 can fight him with power, but even she cannot escape the fact that he knows her, understands her, and has been preparing for her. Season 5 will not be a simple battle. It will be a test of survival, sanity, and everything the people of Hawkins hold dear. Vecna's patience, his vision, his understanding of human weakness make him not just dangerous, but terrifying. He is evolution and calculation in one. The town is his web, the Upside Down is his extension, and every soul is a thread he can pull. Hawkins isn't just under threat, it's already part of him, and when he strikes again, nobody will know how to fight back. Subscribe so you don't miss the next dive into the Upside Down.